remain standing if you are able for the national anthem of Spain.
Alright. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. We're live. We're going to be live streaming the Spain versus France game. Tomorrow, Argentina plays, which Argentina wins because I've been rooting for that team for the whole entire time. And maybe if France wins, we'll get a back-to-back World Cup finals of France versus Argentina. But we'll see. We'll see what happens in this game because Spain is a hard team to beat. And we're on commercial, so I'll be right back in a few minutes.
Fans have more friends. To do things big, and they feel bigger than anyone else. And in terms of this pairing for a semi-final, it really could not have asked for much more. Game breakers, match winners, everywhere you look. And this all-European semi-final, which side will come out the better of it? Final few minutes for players who have been involved in the biggest games for club and country, but you feel even now, for the most experienced out there, the nerves are there. And a huge day for the referee as well. From El Salvador, Ivan Barton. His fourth game of the tournament, the man who made the headlines early on, sending off Miguel Almiron against Turkey. We're talking with his hand covering his mouth. How many big decisions will he have to make today? And he will be making them in tandem with this group. The VAR officials led by Poland's Tomasz Kwiatkowski. Let's bring you the teams then. Starting with France, two changes from the side that started the quarter-final win against Morocco. Aurélien Tchouameni's thigh problem has cleared sufficiently for him to return, and in doing so, he's alongside Adrien Rabiot with Manu Kone dropping to the bench. And further forward, Bradley Barcola comes in for Desiree Doué. Just 2 goals conceded to this point, while at the other end, Kylian Mbappé playing a captain's role. 8 goals so far, taking him to 20 in 20 World Cup appearances. 8 of this 11 started the Euro semi-final defeat to Spain 2 years ago. For Spain, Unai Simon went a minute shy of 11 hours without conceding a World Cup goal before Charles de Ketelaere finally ended that run in the quarter-finals. He goes again behind an unchanged back four. The big call comes in midfield. De La Fuente asked about it all week. It's Fabian Ruiz he opts for the start ahead of Pedri. Lamine Yamal, 19 yesterday, is this today he delivers at his highest level. Mikel Oyarzabal with 4 stands one shy of David Villa's total when his goals went a long way towards firing Spain to their World Cup win of 2010.
Looking at the midfield and I'm thinking, who can get the ball and feed you forwards? Fabian Ruiz, Rodri for Spain. Can they get it quickly forward to Yamal, Rabiot, Tchouameni? They can do it to them bowling back, Poland. At least they.
Well, a somber start ahead of kick-off. We will have a moment's silence in memories of the victims of the Nice terrorist attack on this, the 10-year anniversary. So just about set to go. The World Cup winners of 98 and 2018 France only just came up short in a bid to defend that crown in 2022. Spain
Alrighty.
in extra time against the Netherlands in 2010, but nowhere near since then, as evidenced by the fact that remarkably this is the first time beyond the round of 16 since that 2010 final win in Johannesburg. Which side can settle quickest? Which side can impose their personality on this game?
Here we go. Game is underway.
Early touch here for Rodri. You might remember it came in for a lot of criticism after the opening draw against Cape Verde. He has responded to that. Spain have responded to that. And it was a draw put into context with what Cape Verde went on to do in an unforgettable World Cup debut.
Rodri's not the Rodri he was before he had his injury last season, but he's getting back to something like the form he can show.
Sharp ball in field from Cucurella. Here is Laporte, French-born, French underage international. Cucurella bound for Real Madrid, the ball in behind. And that will be safely gathered by Mike Mania.
Could have been a better ball. Cucurella it was a good run in behind the French defence, but the ball was just played too hard.
And you see Spain stepping right up here, trying to tempt Manyan into a misplaced pass, but he finds. This pass over near hitting Barcola.
If he had to give it at the proper time, Barcola was waiting there, then he didn't give it, so Barcola tried to run away, and then he decided to play it.
Rodri pushes Laporte down to this left-hand side. Between Euros and World Cups, it's a seventh meeting of these two nations, just the second at the World Cup. The last 2006, the round of 16 in Hanover. In rebrief, Vieira Zidane responded to an early David Villa penalty. France by 3-1 went on to lose that final, of course, in the shootout to Italy. Baena pushed back, Rodri about to come under pressure as well from Olise. Not one to get flustered or panicked, and as an ally in Fabian Ruiz. And now a little more time on it for Rodri. Calm and composed. Not what it could have been though. Rabiot again. A few nervous early touches from him.
That's exactly what it is, nervous, isn't it? The balls are hitting the goalkeeper's ball out. It was a bad one.
Chouameni back in. He's a trusted lieutenant for Didier Deschamps as he wins his 50th cap. Manu Kone has been deputised. Chouameni was out the last few games. Doing so really well. Mbappe dispossessed. Olmo, Laporte, and Olmo again.
Two men straight on Mbappe. Rodri and Allman.
Ruiz rolled it into Oyarzabal. We'll hear the noise when Yamal gets his first touch. Barcola doubling up with Digne. Yamal and Rabiot is standing strong. And now France good to go. Good work by Fabian Ruiz just to check the momentum of Mbappe. Back with Saliba. And Chouameni. Tiropo Makana. Rabiot, it's another one he's not been entirely sure with, but he gets back on it again now. Dembele. Oh, in towards Olise, just a fraction too heavy. And now maybe a chance for Lamine Yamal. Not too much in terms of support up there with him. Just Oyarzabal for now. On to the left-hand side, Baena. Gavi started that opening game on the left wing, but Baena started them since. In the absence of Nico Williams. Rodri. Spain looking to dictate the tempo in these early minutes. A little different since the arrival of De La Fuente, not afraid to be a little bit more direct. Would have been in charge of quite a few of these Spanish players, winning European championships at underage level with them before of the Euro 2024 triumph. Pabon, eyes in the back of his head. Block of blue in front of him now, Elise leading the chase.
Keep getting people behind the ball, France, don't they? Everybody behind the ball when they haven't got it.
We're already seeing a mutual respect here. Kukureya. Baena trying to feed Kukureya down that channel. Dembele pace on that one out to Mbappe. Barcola and Digne going down the left hand side. Yamal not there, so Porro all alone. And Porro can't affect the
Oh my.
Barcola wins the corner.
How did he stay up, Barcola? Porro comes across. He's nowhere near him. Somehow he keeps his feet. Ball in now could be better. Doesn't get any height on it at all. And Bele getting in there.
Well, we saw an instance there. Well, that Pedro Porro being isolated defensively. Digne so quick to get forward in support of Barcola. Here's Olise's swinging corner.
Hello. Welcome.
A volley back in by Rabiot. A moment he'd like back again. Didier Deschamps seemed to call time on a
I never see
really
it.
impactful 14-year spell. 103 caps as a player, 98 World Cup winner, Euro 2000 winner under Amy Jacquet and Roger Lemaire respectively. And of course his 2018 World Cup as manager saw him joining his team company, Mario Zagallo, Franz Beckenbauer, as someone to win the World Cup as player and manager. Now towards Barcola, beaten in the air by Porro. Think back to Spain's 2010 World Cup win as well. That didn't start with them ripping up any trees, a defeat to Switzerland before. But in the main, the goals of David Villa got them going. Here is Koundé for France. Dembele. Point foot in there from Rodri. Fabian Ruiz, unhurried. Finds some space, so Yarzabal back to Baena and Rodri again. On the inside for Yamal this time. And again, it's Rabiot to use that physicality.
Yeah, just the strength knocks him off it.
Lovely ball forward to Elise. They're back on the move here, breakneck pace. In from that left-hand side, an important interception to stop that ball getting there.
Brilliant by Laporte.
Here goes Olmo. Yamal. Olmo again, little drop of the shoulder. Defended at the edge. It looked like cleanly, albeit we're a long way away here. Rabiot protests, but Spain will get the free kick.
It looked like, didn't it, from here that he's got the ball. He does get the ball first, till his foot catches.
I'm sure Rabiot's case is, I've won the ball, where's my foot meant to end up? It seemed a natural place for it to finish, albeit a painful one for Olmo.
I'll be right back.
He hooked him. Hooked him as well. That was harsh.
Huge focus on the referees over these next two games as well. Country and Rabiot into the book. And for a player who likes to put his foot in, he's going to have to be foot perfect from here on in. Oh, this looks perfect for the left foot of Yamal. Yarzabal having a look as well. Mike Mannion on the Ibrahim Mbaye. Hello, Asgard. We've managed to beat him in this tournament so far. At the moment, we're knowing intention of moving away the requisite distance. We've got the assistant referee onto the pitch here with a replacement canophone. Started too well, as you know that. Well, they can see the funny side of it now. I'm quite sure France will be seeing the funny side of it if this ends up in the back of the net.
Settle for you, Mal.
Scored in that second game in the group, his first start of the World Cup against Saudi Arabia. And it's not Yamal, it's Payena who was practicing free kicks in the warm-up. Still might be something there though. Lovely ball deep towards the back post. Look at Makana with a big header.
Oh,
Flipping Ruiz looking to return and charge down back.
that would hurt me.
Ball from Yamal outside of his left foot.
His battle with Digne could have been match defining. Rodri. Kubarsi. Poirot looking for that gap. In behind for Yamal, but straight through to Nanya.
The dominant possession, haven't they, Spain? There's not much coming from it.
Nanya, Fabio's ball out to Rabiot. Spain with 5 men on the wrong side of the ball now as Rabiot charges on. Mbappe. Spain have recovered. Everyone back goal side now with Tchouaméni. To Upamecano. It's a cast in stone centre-back partnership now. Got a glimpse of Maxence Lacroix, Crystal Palace in the group stage. Ibrahima Konate. Very, very fleetingly off the bench. Upamecano again. He's made a run here. And strong work by Laporte to track that run.
Great defender from Laporte yet again.
Xavi, back right, amongst these star-studded former Spanish players in attendance here. Cucurella. Trusting Baena inside. Nice little drop of the shoulder to buy himself a yard or two. The Atletico man forward and accurately to Fabian Ruiz. Olmo. Excellent work, backtracking from Rabiot. He's given Manyan a little one to deal with. Not a bad first touch from the goalkeeper. And that one from Elise a little bit risky. Held up by Tchouaméni. And Saliba to Elise now.
It's finding it difficult, haven't they, France? To land the blow on this very, very well organised Spain team.
Elise for Digne.
That's a danger. If Yamal's not going to help.
Well, he's jogging back, but not really affecting him defensively. Here's Mbappe. He hasn't had too many moments like that in the tournament so far. That was way off finding Dembele.
Yeah, if Yamal leaves Digne run, there's going to be problems down that side for Porro.
France seeing off Sweden, Paraguay, Morocco in the knockout games so far, without the concession of a goal. Pabon. Oh, Yarzabal. Laporte. Rodri, always available. Remember the last World Cup where he was playing as a centre-back alongside Laporte. Cucurella to Baena. Fabian Ruiz. Rodri. Olise snapping at his ankles. And he's caught him Olise, and the referee will bring it back. Difficult man to dispossess.
Yeah, he's strong. Rodri getting his body across. That's worse than the other tackle that got a yellow card.
You look where this foot ends up. Doesn't look great in the slow motion. Laporte again. Correa. Real pressure on Spain in these areas. Fabian Ruiz eases it out to the left-hand side. Baena again. Faced up by Koundé. Looks for the early cross. Lovely touch that by Elise. Dembele has a chance to go early here. And he's found him.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Simon trying to get back on his line.
Oh.
Eventually crowded out and worked wide. Dembele finds another pass. Bradley Barcola. Elise. Look at his frame and wins a corner. I realised Simon for a moment there. He had started well up the pitch and in a position where he thinks he can effect it, pick off a pass forward, but then he was scrambling backwards.
What a ball. But they had players getting back Spain and he couldn't get straight on goal with Mbappe. This is another ball, keeps it alive.
It was Pedro Porro who got there in the end. Cross in picked up by Oyarzabal. And on this perfectly manicured surface, Olmo could play it forward. One for a France throw-in. We see it already, Spain, as you said, most of the possession, but France with that ability to go so quickly.
Yeah, the pace in the front three, four, it's amazing.
2 passes can get them from one end to the other. Here's Koundé. Dembele and Rabiot. Olise. Dembele. So beautifully balanced. It's in a right-footed cross. Barcola has Dini on the edge. Still Barcola. Aurelien Tchouameni. Rabiot on the move around the back here. Wondering chin headed away by Laporte. But a good little spell this for France.
First real good spell.
Side that Didier Deschamps has recast in the last couple of years. And has got such speed and pace now in and around Kylian Mbappe. Laporte, back in Bilbao these days, where he started out. Heading to Manchester City.
Bro. No, bro.
It's again the pace on the ball. You know, you can't.
Deschamps' 186th game in charge. He's lost 15 competitive games, 3 of them to France. Or to Spain, pardon me. Lovely touch by Olise. Koundé. Correa ensuring that ball didn't get in behind him. Saliba. And look at the big blocks now by both Spanish fullbacks.
Yeah, should have
Runners in behind them.
Just about to say that the 2 fullbacks are very, very solid. Porro and Cucurella. Cucurella is a nuisance going forward as well.
19 minutes gone in Dallas. Still nothing to worry the goalkeepers. Laporte. Sets that in front of Cucurella. Good crossing opportunity here. Around towards the back he goes. Over the head by Oyarzabal. And Dean under pressure. Caught penalty. There's always a risk. A ball at an awkward height. And that position player closing in pace and your foot goes up. Yamal caught and the referee had little hesitation in pointing to the penalty spot here.
Straight on, it wasn't he the referee? He doesn't seem. He just doesn't know he's there. He's just got lost looking at the ball. Yamal wins it. Does it hit his arm? It does hit his arm.
France no doubt will be making that case. And Luca Dean, it's a nervous waiting game now. As it stands, the penalty stands. Yarzabal has the ball in his hands.
I'll be right back in a minute.
The referee just trying to organise everyone out of the penalty area. He's trying to get Mannion back at his goal. This is an area I think that certainly has to be cleared up. It takes an age for any penalty to be taken with everyone contesting it. Goalkeepers not going on their line.
He's told him to get back on his line and he's ignored him completely.
So Yarzabal to step up. Scored 2 from the spot in the qualifiers against Bulgaria and Georgia.
Oh my.
One against the Netherlands in the Nations League.
That's Spain that's gonna score, yeah.
Scored the shootout
If
winner against
they
Croatia.
score.
Calm and composed. The life and soul of Sociedad to step up here at the biggest moment of this semi-final so far. Oh, Yarzabal buries it.
Wow.
Power and precision.
Spain with the first goal.
And look at Dave was just lost. Pace, things into the corner. Great penalty. Now we'll see how good France are. We've talked about them as being a magnificent team.
In the dying minutes, 2 in the group stage against Saudi Arabia, 2 in the round of 32 against Austria, and tears
Oh man.
for the young French supporters in the stands. Long way to go yet, but a confident Spain strike the first blow. And since he moved into that centre forward position, he's shown his finishing ability. Last couple of seasons, 18 goals and 18 goals again for Sociedad. And it is time for the first half hydration break. And a big moment arriving just before the penalty won by Lamine Yamal. The stray boot from Luca Digne as he was caught trying to deal with an awkward ball in the back of that penalty area. A little delay, but the penalty confidently swept home by Oyarzabal. We'll take a quick break.
Yeah, we're having our
All the action
hydration
to
break.
us in a moment. Spain 1, France 0.
Hi, Jane from Quarter 3.
Come in, the match is about to start.
Fans have more friends.
Check out the total baller. Break down all the big moments as they happen. Unfiltered and unrestricted.
needed.
Strangers at kickoff, friends by full time. Fans have more friends.
They can talk about it, the manager will tell them why he feels they're not doing what he wants them to do. It's not exactly been the France we know in the first 20 minutes.
So Spain, in the driving seas, they seem to become just the third reigning European champions to have the World Cup. West Germany, in the early 70s, Spain themselves, of course, 08 and 10. That golden generation under Aragonés into Del Bosque. De La Fuente, who was an intriguing choice as senior manager off the back of Luis Enrique. But they put their trust in a man who's done great work at underage level, and he has delivered with the senior side. And the game plan so far working on for Luis De La Fuente in Spain. Correa with the trying to get us going again. The Arsenal showed for it. Laporte, who's made a confident start, not a great touch from Rodri though. Here is Mbappe. Looking for some space to open up. He smuggled a pass through to Rabiot. Onto the Kadim. Tchouameni, that little pocket of space again. And maybe just a little rusty coming back into the team after a bit of an injury layoff. Tchouameni. The pass was on, but he couldn't execute it.
Rabiot, so many passes have gone astray.
Rodri. Ooh, and that's a late one from Kubasi. Mbappe so fleet of foot, you think you're playing a clearance. And all of a sudden, you're catching the man.
Does he get plenty of it? Yeah, he doesn't really catch Mbappe, he goes down very easy.
Throw-in only, throw-in for Atinia. Here's Olise. So far, and Saliba's gone down here. And that's a problem, a big problem. He has had a little bit of a back injury throughout this tournament, but always a worry when a player goes down with no opposition player near him.
Didn't look right as he was running towards the ball, did it?
Teammates in opposition alike checking on his well-being, but this looks like it could be the end for William Saliba, such a key cog of that defence. And there's going to have to be a change here. It's like Maxence Lacroix might be the man as we look at their biggest moment of the game so far. Arrived on Dinia's blind side, Yamal. Whether Dinia got a shot enough from a teammate. And Yarzabal did the rest. This time the last World Cup, Mikel Oyarzabal with an knee injury ahead of it. And it's a problem here is a disconsolate looking William Saliba slowly makes his way off the pitch. So this rock solid centre-back partnership about to be broken up. And the Arsenal man so key to their Premier League title win last season. And it's the end of his game. And here comes Maxence Lacroix of Crystal Palace. Started final group game against Norway. And he's going to have to get to the pitch of this pretty quickly. A big blow for France.
Yeah, a big one.
Really a big
He's
blow, yes.
had a great season, as you say, with Arsenal. A good tournament here. But something went amiss as he was running for that ball.
Well, two big moments either side of the break in the game. The penalty from Oyarzabal and the game. Let's come out here.
Yeah, this was a tussle between these two. There's a high foot, he comes in, doesn't he? Cucurella. The second one, as worse, he just knocks him over the line. Plays innocent, but gets a card.
The Spain bench might have been protesting. There was a little tug in the hair from Elise. But it's a yellow card for Cucurella. And again, as was the case with Rabiot earlier, a competent character. So Dembele standing over this free kick, goes direct, but in the end directly into the waiting gloves of Simon.
Seen nothing of Dembele for half an hour. Not much of Barcola.
Kubasi sees a chance to step in here. Now needs someone to help him out, but he's one to throw in.
Faldini to help him out.
What a talent.
No, bro. Are you kidding me? Go back to green. What if? Good. Back to home. That's one.
It's a bit of signal back taken by Olmo. He goes up through the gears quickly. Here's Cucurella.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Olmo. A long way out, and in the end, a long way off target.
Wasn't too sure whether he wanted to hit it or not, Olmo.
Scored what turned out to be the winner in Munich 2 years ago, Danny Olmo. Deep. Elise on the move. Here's Dembele, tucking in field to get a little more involved, perhaps trying to spring Barcola through the middle. And again, Spain can intercept. Oyarzabal back to the boards, and back in turn to Simon. Chance to go direct here, Upamecano. Has lost the fight a bit, Alex Maeda. That flag is up. A tick look from opposition that he'd gone maybe a step early.
Oh, that's not. Are you kidding me? Every time I tried that, I want to turn it off.
Man can take on.
How can you work?
For Spain that time.
They tried one early on in the game, didn't they? When Oyarzabal come short, went straight onto the centre back and then dropped short. Keeper tried to drop it into him, he flicked it over the head of him. Nobody went behind him.
That's one towards Barcola. And Porro has the pace though to get there and challenge. Fabian Ruiz for a Spain side that's been on top and cleaned in. Tangled legs it looked like with Maeda, who is left appealing in vain.
After winning every second ball, Spain.
Can France find that spark? Lacroix. Certainly enjoyed life since arriving at Crystal Palace. Deegan.
Thank you.
Lacroix again, he's certainly got himself into the squad and ahead of Konate in the pecking order as well. Taken on the turn by Dembele. And here is Bradley Barcola. Test here for Porro. Rodri there with Luke Barcola. Twisting and turning, shooting. And always rising.
It's better. Barcola, quick feet, then gets it out there, tries to shot. Porro, Rodri. They weren't going to make it easy for him.
And Rodri again just brings such value to this team, reads the play so well, always seems to be a step ahead of where the ball is or where the ball's going to be. Baena. Oyarzabal made a little run. Instead it's Fabian Ruiz. Sees a gap. Pabon trying to dance his way through. Rabiot standing strong with Tchouaméni. And here is Pedro Porro. Never shy of pulling the trigger, Porro.
Elise, defensively very weak. Porro trying this speculative shot, which was going nowhere.
Movement is account for Spain in the round of 32 against Austria. Mannion has taken a chance. Baena's on it. Spain on top here, Yamal. Yamal again, squares inside. Best passage of play we've seen so far. Fabian Ruiz denied by a superb last-ditch intervention from Upamecano.
What an attack. Goalkeeper, silly ball gives away, but once he's given away now, look how many players they have around the ball. Flicks. Ball comes in, Upamecano, what a block.
Well, so unselfish from Yamal. Could have pulled the trigger himself, but maybe on his right-hand side. Thought Ruiz was the better option. And Spain a hair's breadth away from doubling their lead. Well on the way. Lacroix trying to pick up Rodri at the near post. Rodri looking at the flick on. Comes up the head of Lacroix. France get it away, but only to the edge. Ruiz on his left foot. Has overcooked that one. Baena keeps it alive though. Yamal. Digne. Just almost caught again. That pace of Yamal, he always seems to get there.
It's the pace, as you say. Didn't do an awful lot, did he?
He's got the nod, Luca Digne, as the games have gone on ahead of Leo Hernandez. Haven't seen Lucas Hernandez at all in the tournament so far, nor N'Golo Kante. Tussle between Baena and Koundé initially. Oyarzabal got involved. Here's Olmo. Took three in blue to see him off. Elise under pressure. And foul by Rodri, who makes no complaints with the referee's decision.
He's got to put a shot in Rodri, believe me. I'm not going to let Elise have lots of time.
Elise, standout player of the year. And Bayern Munich in a season where only Harry Kane and Luis Diaz scored more. In the role of creator here for France, Mbappe. And the offside flag brings an end to a potentially promising attack for the French.
Trying to leave it as late as possible. Just off.
With the tightest of margins.
A lot.
Seymour given a little bit to do here. Confidence on his left-hand side. Koundé is volleyed inside, and there is Rodri again. Wherever the danger comes, there he seems to be. Yeah. One over the top this time, Mbappe gets an ugly spell. Support there from Elise, but the flag again for Mbappe. Twice in quick succession.
It's a close one, isn't it?
That one even tighter. All he needs is for one maybe to fall his way. The World Cup where Miroslav Klose has finally been overtaken. And it's been a battle of Messi and Mbappe. At the moment, Messi 21 World Cup goals, and Mbappe just one behind. A goal a game Mbappe in his World Cup history. They need a goal from someone here. Spain continuing to dictate the terms.
Deschamps will have to make some changes because it's not happening this first half.
Every Spain player confident to get on the ball, confident in their teammates' ability, and now Fabian Ruiz looks a sweet one towards Yamal. And Dina got himself in a good starting position. Good time to just remind Spain, just one goal conceded, and Mbappe on the move. Brilliant goalkeeping from
Oh
Simon.
man.
Well, again, it was borderline in terms of onside, offside. But there you see the advantage of starting as a goalkeeper higher up the pitch. Can be risky at times, but if you get your timing right.
One stage I didn't give Mbappe a chance. The ball had hit too hard yet again. It's a close one for offside, but how well does the keeper do to get out?
It's an all or nothing moment for Unai Simon. Corner on the way again for Olise. Crisp looking delivery. Cucurella threw himself at that. Didn't make contact. Koundé to send it back in. Upamecano in there. Simon can't hold it under pressure from his own man, Oyarzabal. And the referee has blown the whistle.
Head injury, can't stop it.
One of those ones, is it you, is it me? No harm done in the end for Spain. But from such moments, well, can come a levelling goal. And you see the funny side of it now. Bilbao and Sociedad together for the national team. Play restarts, Dembele. Now we see caught, referee could hardly been in a better position. Fabian Ruiz, big prejudice here. And the referee straight away walking out the wall, not entertaining any Spanish protests. Was he late here?
Dembele with a touch. No, doesn't do anything whatsoever. Has he changed his mind, the referee? Looks like he's been told.
Yeah, maybe a case of sense prevailing. And the fourth official coming under pressure as well down below. Pulled out of it, Fabian Ruiz. Here is Yamal. Space opening up here for Cucurella. Forward support on the inside, trying to go into the feet of Oyarzabal. Rabiot on to Olise. In Spain, hunting impacts. Another example of why defensively they've been the meanest in this tournament. Just that one goal conceded. Kubasi. Rodri. And again, just Flicks the pass to the teammate who has most time. Dina into the back of Yamal, referee happy with it. Now Ruiz. Ruiz been caught and Rabiot's on a yellow card. And Spain are about to make that point.
They'll make it strongly.
Ivan Bartol, the referee.
Same thing again, Rabiot stretches, catches it late.
No.
And Porro goes on his outside. Danny Olmo made a great run there by Aina, looking to nick it on the edge. France can come away up with Meccano. Olise.
Trying to have a go out here, Elise. Dembele on central.
Here's some of these big players for France. Just not delivering so far.
Didn't change anything, did it? With the passing, they give it away. It's a push from Koundé.
We're looking for the French speed today. There's a man who could go so. Upamecano, and now Koundé, Baena trying to go with them. Koundé, lovely ball whipped in, Mbappe attacking the near post. Ball kept alive on the far side, Barcola. It's on his inside, it's Dembele, he's gone to escapes under his studs, Chouameni. To the Ballon d'Or winner again, digs it out to Dini. Rabiot has made the running behind. Koundé looking to attack it, Rabiot was well offside.
Kept a great line. Spanish. This is a great ball in, isn't it? Dembele just too far ahead of him.
Had that little look, no way Simon could come and get involved in this. And Kubarsi just leaning on Mbappe. Really consistent operator, Jules Koundé, and he's 50 caps plus for France. Spain's goal remains intact. Simon. As much on that as he can. Yamal testing Dini again.
Finding it difficult, isn't he, Dini? Miles pace around the side of him.
Oh, Rabiot has intercepted this one. That's a vital header from Laporte. As he committed to that, there were 3 blue jerseys behind him. And lots of open space. Simon's made a mistake. Chouameni. Olise. Can Spain see it into half-time with the lead now? Just over 2 minutes to go. France more towards parity now in terms of possession. Koundé, lovely little spin, hacked down by Baena.
Closes quick again, not giving it room.
Lacroix, out to that far side to Barcola, but again no way through. And Dembele's struggling to make an impact in this semi-final so far. Rodri, Kubarsi, and Simon. No time to be taking too many chances. Long he goes. Koundé there ahead of Baena. Laporte, you can hear the shout of man on, or whatever its Spanish equivalent is from up here. Upamecano, think back to a couple of big defensive moments for him in this first half as well. Olise gets the better of Cucurella, then runs out of pitch. There wasn't touch. Hardly on its way. France throw in. The temper is beginning to fray a little. Correa can't afford to get involved in this on a yellow card. Lacroix zips it out to Barcola. Digne goes in support on the outside and Mbappe on the inside. Olmo can't make the tackle. Digne looking to feed it in and Rodri.
1 minute left.
For a
30
first throw in, will there be enough time here to fashion an attempt on the goal of Unai Simon though? Lacroix. Referee's had a look at the watch. Koundé out to Elise. Here's Dembele. Now goes the injection of pace got closed down so quickly. A combination of Baena and Cucurella and a frustrated France. They're going to go in trailing here at half-time.
We are officially in
The
halftime.
breakthrough goal as well, the fleet of foot, Lamine Yamal catching Luca Digne. And Digne catching him with a high boot. Mikel Oyarzabal, match winner of the Euro 2024 final against England, stepped up to confidently slam it beyond Mike Maignan. So the European champions lead the tournament favourites at half-time in Dallas. It is France 0, Spain 1.
Hi, Jane from 43.
Come in, the match is about to start.
Fans have more friends.
Trásdói Pascualin, bio ar RT player agus ar Gabriel RT News.
Strangers at kickoff, friends by full time. Fans have more friends.
For the people of Spain, the European champions could be on the way to becoming the world champions if they keep up the kind of form that we've seen in this first half.
Bro.
Looks like they're on fire. Elise has been particularly poor in possession, sloppily given the ball.
side of it, I think Yamal has looked the sharpest he's looked so far in the tournament. He has Digne for pace every time when they get it out to him. He's a nervous wreck, the fullback. So it's positive from a Spanish point of view. Hasn't been much created by either team. The referee has been, you know, for the first time in the tournament, I'd say the referee hasn't been letting things go. It's been very stop-start.
Which is what we said before the game. Spain, if they keep hold of possession, is going to stifle France in their attack, and that's what they did. They kept hold of the ball better, and then they're making cynical fouls when they need to make them. They're going down, they're running the clock down, they're doing everything they can. But France have been really poor. France have been really poor. I think all over the pitch, they've not kept the ball, they've not moved through the lines. The front four, we said that the front four of France.
Because he's had the time to turn to look up. It's not, there's no one on his shoulder constantly snapping at him. It's just simple self-made mistakes.
Yeah. We're going to finish off then looking at a couple of Spain chances, because they actually, even, I know we didn't say they'd had loads on target, but they had the better chances.
Yeah, Pabon with a decent, for a full-back effort from distance. This was, you know, self-inflicted from France again. Did really well. It was good play, ended up with Yamal again looking really sharp around the corner. Has Digne all day long, and then it was Ruiz. He good with McCann gets just really well to get a toe in. You don't see it there, but just get across and block it. But that was the best bit of football by Spain. Best chance they created outside of obviously winning the penalty.
Yeah. Pretty weird to say. It's been quite a strange game at this half. Not something that any of us expected, but we are going to take a quick break, but don't go away, because let's hope the second half of France against Spain delivers. They've got a place in the World Cup final on the line next. play with the World Cup final that's live from 7 on RTE2 and the player with Irish language commentary available also if you prefer. Half-time, and it is Spain leading France by a goal to nil. You might have felt that Spain were going to have the lion's share of possession, but what about that? 5 attempts at goal to France's 2, 1 attempt on target to France's none, and that XG 0.07. Quite some time to see before we've seen France in this tournament anyway, having those kind of stats, and it's just kind of symptomatic of the way they've played, Kevin. They did try to change it up a little bit in the first half as well.
Yeah, for the first time I've seen Dembele come in through the centre. Elisa went out on the wing just to try something different, see if they could get themselves into the game. Elisa to get going, Dembele as well, as we spoke about Elisa before. Dembele, he's been anonymous in that first half. I don't think he's going to make any changes. I think he's an old enough and experienced enough manager, and these players have done enough for him to deserve to be given another 20-25 minutes before we see subs being made. But if they continue to be that poor, he does have the options. That's the joy of the French squad. Just look at who we bring on. Obviously Turkey, Marcus Thuram maybe, Doué obviously comes on to every game. Like, he's the options to change it up. I just think he'll stick with what he's got for a while because they deserve that obviously, but you can't leave it too long.
Yeah, that's the thing. Now look, he's obviously going to make one change now, but it does seem it's instead of Rabiot, there's an element of, there looks like France are rattled.
Yeah, there's almost a nervousness about them, which is weird because you don't see a team that really get nervous, but they're losing the ball in good areas. Early on, they had a couple of moments where they could have played the ball between the lines, they misplaced the passes. Kone now, more energetic, middle of the park, would drive forward. Yeah, Rabiot was booked as well, but he'd get in. Kone would get forward quicker, get forward in the forward areas better. I think he's a driving force in that middle of the park, so it's not a bad change for him. Do we expect to come on? But they can't be any worse than they were in the first half. That's the worst we've seen France play this whole tournament. So expecting a turnaround for them, expecting to get chances, but expecting to be delighted with that first half. Absolutely delighted. Staying in the game, awful penalty given away. They put it away, and now their passing game is going to dictate the tempo of this game, and you expect them to be the same in the second half. So it's a huge second half of football.
Yeah, they are the ones who have dictated everything about the first 45. We have got a huge second half to come. A place in the World Cup final for France or Spain, as we hand you back to Ronnie and Des.
Thank you, Jackie. Welcome back. So France's World Cup ambitions come down to this next 45 minutes now in Dallas. And a change, as you mentioned, coming in half-time. Manu Kone of Roma in for Adrien Rabiot, who's, well, Dane was probably done with that second tackle he made just before half-time, having already been on a yellow, and maybe Deschamps thinking, well, the last thing we can afford to do is have one more missed time going and go down to 10 here against the Spanish side that has controlled so much of that first half. So Kone in for his 19th cap alongside Aurélien Tchouameni. And even for a side as good as France are, albeit they didn't show in that first half, just an indication of what they're up against here. Since Spain crashed out of the last World Cup 2022, the round of 16 shootout loss to Morocco, they've been beaten twice in 39 competitive games. First of those at Hampden in a Euro 24 qualifier, and what was De La Fuente's second game in charge. The second of penalty shootout, the Nations League final.
We are back to the second half.
They may not have been grabbing the headlines of a free-scoring France at this World Cup. They are a side more than confident in their own abilities, and defensively looking very well organised here.
Yeah, Kone will go straight into that position, Ronnie, where Rabiot's just left. The booking did come into it, but I think a few of his bad passes also come into it. He didn't have a great first half, Rabiot.
A little moment there away to our left-hand side when Tina had the ball, was looking at the possibility of dropping one over the top for Mbappe. As soon as Mbappe turned, Kubarsi, 2 arms wrapped around him, tender in years, but plays with an experience that belies his 19, Pau Kubarsi. Mania to Deo Upamecano. Lacroix, who was the enforced change for Deschamps in the first half, and the injured Saliba. Spain, not surprisingly, no changes from Luis De La Fuente at the interval. Here is Kone. Time now for Mania. Short to Upamecano. Can France find a way to open up this Spanish side second half? Mbappe, a little deeper. Macano again, Koundé to his right. Early ball inside towards Mbappe, and at full stretch, vital touch there from Aymeric Laporte.
He's had a hell of a game, Laporte. Interceptions and tackles.
Adrian Rabiot, nothing more he can contribute now, sitting down there outside Mal Augusto. Kone on to Digne. He's been closed down and dispossessed by Yamal. There did seem to be a tug in the jersey and the shorts of Lamine Yamal by Digne there. But the issue is there for Digne, not just when Yamal has the ball, but when he has it himself. Good work by Cucurella.
Mbappe had made a great run. At least they needed to play it in first time. He tried to dribble with it.
Simon. Dembele closing quickly, just picked his pass up from the back. And the body language says it all from Didier Deschamps. Down there with his right-hand man, Guy Stéphane. This was always going to be their biggest challenge. And so it has proven. Rodri up against Kone. Ruiz stays in the fight and then he's caught up on Macano. You can tell the frustrations in France really. Any decision like that, Mbappe sprinting to the referee.
Yeah, it's not right, is it? He doesn't catch him. He knows he's not getting it, takes his foot away.
Digne. Managed to evade Yamal that time. Spain with a chance to go here perhaps. Oyarzabal and Yamal. Lacroix across to try and fill that gap. Rodri. Laporte and Kubarsi. He played a dozen games for Barcelona Kubarsi before he earned his first cap for Spain. Yamal caught there, so Spain thought. Here is Kone. Olise. Mbappe, Barcola makes his move, and Kubarsi on the right position. Fabian Ruiz, control under pressure.
Messed up.
And then set it for Rodri to up left-hand side to Baena. Collision there, and the referee getting himself a moment to think about.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that he got hurt. It looked like he felt like a ragdoll.
Bump into each other.
What was that? Let me see that.
Oh, he's just charged into his back.
I'm sorry. It looked like he felt like a freaking ragdoll.
France maybe their frustrations, taking a physical approach starting the second half. Pedro Porro. Yamal over the top, and he's goal side here.
Oh my God! No!
And in the end, a good smothering save for Magnan.
I think he was offside. Official flag, yeah, it was.
Certainly a ball worth looking for, given how quick he is. Lamine Yamal. Ruiz wins it back off Kone.
And everything Spain.
A few moments in that first half, maybe not a little one there, where France are on the brink of getting in behind, but not quite getting there.
Paul picks it up again.
Rodri. Toe pokes it away. Laporte. Lovely pass in front of Ruiz, so he could evade the fast arriving Tchouaméni. Here goes Cucurella. To his left, Alex Baena, the right footer on the left-hand side. Onto that stronger right foot, ball across the edge of the penalty area. Oyarzabal. And no real pressure, can get each shot away. Once the corner, won't get one.
That's good passing again. Just trying to get it in that near post.
Mannion with a searching ball out towards that far side. No chance for Koundé though. Usain Bolt and Noah Lyles. The past and present of 100-meter sprinting. And 200, maybe a bit of 400 thrown in for good measure. Attacking this one, Barcola. Not getting much change out of Pedro Porro. And here we go again. Lamine Yamal, Digne struggling to get with him. And Barcola does a great job for his full-back there.
It's the pace between them. Oh my God, what a bad pass.
Up Macano, and Mannion had to react sharply there. Cucurella. Closed down by Chouameni.
What they need to do, France. They've got to close down quicker. Deschamps not happy.
Spain, would you say they're looking comfortable to this point at least? Arsenal penalty safely tucked away. Not many issues for Simon to deal with. Dembele.
Oh, let's not start with this, bro. Come on.
Olise, Rodri jumped in there. Here's it back.
Tonight, it's not happening for a lot of French players, to be fair.
Burrow. Oh, last week Arsenal have made a good run. Was a good run. And Olise having to scrap on the ground to keep it. Under pressure from Dani Olmo. Upamecano, crisp ball out to that far side. Koundé. It's been a feature of this game. Spain working so hard to win it back. At times they haven't had to work too hard because, well, France not doing themselves any favours, but they're building down the left-hand side. Partly Barcola. And Porro showed him the line, knowing Simon is never shy to get out there.
Porro did well, the keeper did exceptional. He's only enough to pass them, and the keeper's so quickly off his line.
Correa. Here is Baena. Upamecano. Swinging from the wrong side there. And Desiree Doué. Looks like he'll soon be introduced. And neither wide men for France have affected the game as they can. Kone.
Passes are not getting there, are they? They're not getting there at all.
Olmo. Away from Lacroix, Yarzabal. Lovely touch. Olmo again, Spain enjoying this. Rodri, passing crisp and accurate. Fabian Ruiz. There was a chance for Yarzabal back close.
Too early, also had Cucurella running outside of him. Get it down to him, he could have pulled it back.
So here comes the change, left side for left side. Desiree Doué for Barcola. Three changes made by Deschamps. And Doué off the back of two outstanding seasons with Paris Saint-Germain, arriving in from Rennes. injuries to contend with last season. Can he inspire Olise? He'll find his way forward down Spain's left-hand side.
You know he's going to fight against Poro.
Rodri. Fabio Ruiz. Poro again. Glides inside the attempted challenge of two-way. Rodri again. Just sets the ball for his fullback to work it on. And Olmo again in these spaces that he can find. Such a clever operator. Baena. Test here for Koundé, who stands his ground and defends well. Rodri now. Yamal made the run. Digne heads clear. Fabian Ruiz. Poro. Who's he got to work with here? Olmo, and Poro's in! Pedro Poro for 2-0! Magnificent goal! And then just a sign of the confidence the Spanish side has taken this game with. Dani Olmo taken out on the edge, but his pass just so delicate to give Poro his chance. And he buried it. France in dire straits now. Spain to the good.
I was just about to say, Olmo is picking up some great spaces. He's getting himself clear. French players don't know where he is or where he's going to be, where he's coming from.
His second goal for the national team, hot on the heels of the round of 32 against Austria. And he's done his job defensively. He's seen off Barcala, two-way just into the action. But it's Poro who makes the impact in terms of that battle.
He's been outstanding. The passing goes again, almost done well to just knock it off. Doing finishing, what a great finish as well. From a full-back. He's allowed run, sees the opening on the goalkeeper's left and just passes it in. But what about Olmo again?
Well, Upamecano tried to go through to win the ball. Lacroix couldn't react quickly enough. Poro was in and Poro finished in style.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I literally went up there for a minute and then I saw the score. I heard the goal. Who
Given away
scored?
by Digne.
Oh, don't tell me Spain scored. Oh my god.
He was fouled. Referee lets it go.
It's 2-0.
Starting from again.
It is. Holy shit.
Fabian Ruiz, it's all working for Spain here. The pass up his weaker right side. What it might have been for Baena.
It was just too quick, he was just hurried. He didn't need to be that hurried.
And Olmo, two to the good. They're still applying that pressure up as high as they can. Chouameni. Again, the pass a little clunky.
Just about got it out of his feet, Chouameni.
No doubt who the slicker side has been here. And the passes again not finding their target. Olise's lost it in his wrong side of Olmo. Baena waiting for space to open up.
There's always somebody there. There's always a man to pass it to. They're finding great positions.
And it looks at times like they've one extra up there. Kubarsi, Yamal.
Oh my god, oh my god!
Yamal, maybe to finish the semi-final! Yes! But no, offside flag will deny him.
Wait, was that offside?
This game set and match. With France still breathing.
That's very, very close.
Dude, Spain is fucking on fire, bro. Spain's just cooking. Dude, Spain might win the whole thing. I'm not gonna lie. Spain might fucking win the whole thing.
Tournament favourites staring down the barrel here.
They're just on fire. Holy shit.
The bump by Koundé. We've seen the ball run for a France throw.
Bro, Lamine Yamal. Insane. Come on. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Dude, Spain might be the next team that I root for.
It is.
To be honest. Like, since Messi's retiring and Argentina probably won't be that good anymore, I think I will root for Spain. They're already 2-0 against France, against last World Cup's runner-up, France.
Once more.
And guess what? Spain did not even make it to the Final Four last World Cup, but they made it this time. And they're just killing it.
Whose goal has given them real breathing room now. It held scoreless since the outer rounds of the Nations League. France, the quarter-final first leg in Croatia, they lost 2-0.
On website. On website.
And Spain on the move again. Very different type of player, Nico Williams, but he's filled that role in his way.
Está bajando. ¿No?
Yamal. Lovely flick to release Poro.
No. Gaby, España está. España
He's had a tough day today, though.
está haciendo un buen juego.
Working with Yamal.
Ya 2-0 contra Francia y creía que era 3 porque pusieron otro gol, pero era offside. Eso no contó.
And Mbappe to try his luck down the left-hand side. More shots at the outside. Mbappe with no angle really to work with. He almost squeezed something in at that near post.
Not your day, Mbappe.
Poro made it very difficult for him to try and get a cross in. Keeper had to knock it out.
Dembele. Well, one on the inside from Digne went to check and eventually Poro did get out to him.
And he went asleep for a second. I believe Poro was alive.
Looks like he's passing up the option for short corner this time. While wrestling for position, the little flick of the near post. The line for a goal kick. Not joy for Chouameni.
It's a terrible corner again, wasn't it?
Xavi. And the bill's out for him. What a side that was, this Spanish side. Different. But looking at the moment, no less effective. 2010 backbones like Puyol and Piqué didn't concede a goal in the knockout rounds. 1-0s all the way to Iniesta's extra time winner against the Netherlands in Johannesburg. Kone, France cough up possession again. Look at the Varsi again, just standing a couple of yards off with Mbappe, just in case he does spin. Koundé and Dembele. Elise angle of the penalty area. Dembele to Mbappe and now Kone. Doué. We wanted Digne on the move, Digne wanted it to feed.
Yeah. But not the same wavelength, I think, for the French players.
Missed to find the impotent performance so far from the French. Still time to change it, but they need something quick in. Mbappe, could he provide it?
Oh my God.
On its way, they took it wide. Simon's right hand post.
Seaman have to get a touch on it as well. There's a touch there. No.
Warner taking shorts.
Always with a specific team that the top player
And they fashion across, they're looking for
doesn't do that good.
Are they looking to work their way in? Here's the Desiree.
Like say Ronaldo, when Portugal faced Spain, they didn't do that good. Now when France faced Spain, when France faced Spain right now, Mbappe's not doing that good. So what if Argentina faces Spain in the finals? Is Messi not going to do that good now? Hopefully not. Hopefully that does not happen. I mean, I am still rooting for Argentina to win this whole thing, like I've been doing since the beginning.
That's laziness, really. The ball has come so far. Let's see offside again.
Yamal, Olmo. He's played a big part in Spain. Running the show for most of this game. France coming more and more into it out of necessity now, as much as anything. Quarter of the game to go. 2-goal deficit that they're staring at. Baena back to his feet. To his feet, and that frustrated challenge that would Kunde had someone earlier from Lacroix or Yarzabal.
Kunde's had a touch at it, kick at him earlier as well. This one's straight up and he just barges into the back of him. That is frustration, as you say.
And that will take us to the hydration break, second half.
We're in a hydration
even better than it was for Spain. 2-goal advantage now. Defensively, looking well organised. Compact and not much to trouble.
Listen, Jordan Walker, his salary since he's a rookie is $799,000 a year. That's only. He won the home run derby. He won $1 million.
Yeah, I saw.
More than what his salary is. Es bien chistoso. Fue para el juego ayer de los Vaqueros de Bayamón.
Sí.
Y dice, no me gusta esa cancha de los Vaqueros porque gritan mucho cuando ganan. No van a gritar. Vaquero, ahí, vaquero, ahí.
When Jonas really was on Uruguay in that game. 3-0 against Austria, 1-0 against Portugal, 2-1 against Belgium. And it's this rock solid defence and knowing there's a goal or maybe two and you at the other end.
It's super forward, must be great.
Turkey on the way, looks like Theo Hernandez to replace likely Dini at left back as well. This will take something special.
It doesn't look to be going anyway, he's staying on.
That mystifying Nations League game that ended 5-4. Spain were 5-1 ahead. With half an hour or so to go in that one, France mounted a late revival. Hard to flick the switch. And to find that fluidity when you've been struggling for it for 68 minutes plus. Here come the changes, and Olise, who's been a star of this World Cup, unable to impact this game today, either through the middle or out wide. He goes. Cherky comes in. And Theo Hernandez as well, who lost his starting spot to Digne. In and asked to keep an eye on Lamine Yamal. So that's the 5 changes made. Unless we go to extra time, that is all Deschamps can do.
He's thrown everything at it now, hasn't he? Last chance.
The lack of movement off the Spanish bench, in contrast to the 5 changes for Deschamps, tells the story, doesn't it? De La Fuente happy with what these starting 11 are producing out there, and why wouldn't he be? I think the common consensus seemed to be coming into this that Spain could score, but France could score more. We've seen only one side of that. Doué, Morrow takes the sting out of it. And away by Fabian Ruiz. Yamal. Oyarzabal. France looking to apply the pressure on the touch from Turkey. Takes it out of play. Deschamps is animated as we've seen him at the World Cup.
He's trying to lift them, trying to get them going, isn't he?
Ferran Torres to come out for Oyarzabal here. And his penalty got Spain up and running. And he goes off to a hero's ovation. That's the most fashionable of players, maybe Mikel Oyarzabal, but he is effective. And 30 goals in 60 caps tells you exactly that. Ferran Torres, who's got an almost as good a ratio. We've seen him out wide, we've seen him through the middle. Oyarzabal has done his bit, and hoping now that his side can see it through to a place in the final. Torres gets his first touch, but gets it in an offside position.
Yeah, just straight. Torres will go up there with Olmo.
Cherky inside his own half. Doué. He eases away from Lamine Yamal. Lifts one forward towards Mbappe. They're looking for killer balls that aren't there now in there. Panic to get one back quickly.
Yeah, there's no spaces, is there? That's one of those where you come out again, start, go over the other side. It's a hard ball to keep in.
Timothy Chalamet has come up with a big scream.
Timothy Chalamet.
So far, not going to plan for him or his side here. And the sounds of time ebbing away at an alarming rate if you're French. Spain have looked for the most part of this so comfortable. An attendance of just over 70,000.
70,000? Wow.
Big moments laid on here. Mbappe has been taken down by Yamal. We haven't seen him defending much, maybe that's an example of why. Timing seemed well off there.
Yeah, he's trying to do the defensive work.
A bit ungainly in the end.
Isn't he? Just has a little lunge at him there, thinks he can get his foot round, he can't.
Intentions are right, execution left something to be desired. Now Dembele standing over this. Turkey's come to have a word and a look at it as well. One to put the cat amongst the pigeons here in Dallas. Turkey tests that offside line. Teased in by Dembele. Not a bad delivery either. And the referee has seen a foul on Rodri.
Does well to get the header as well, Rodri, doesn't he? He feels everything's going against him, doesn't he?
Rodri, player of the tournament at the last Euros, missed all the Nations League, only played 2 of the qualifiers with those injuries. Pedri and Mikel Merino to come on now, almost had a fantastic game. And Mikel Merino, the man to score off the bench, went to score winners off the bench. He did it at the Euros in the quarter-final against Germany and recreated his dad's celebration of old. There he is. And Pedri for Ruiz. A lot of talk of what France could bring off the bench. That's not half bad.
It's not bad whatsoever. Merino, great goal.
Come on. Come on. Bro. I'm waiting. Come on. Hurry up. Sorry about this, guys. It's taking forever. There we go. Finally. There we go. There we go.
To his teammates, Cherky in particular on the edge of the penalty area, not happy that he went for it from there.
Took it, but this is Simon again coming out. He took his time, didn't he, to get that shot on goal.
And presence of mind, the goalkeeper, and he's backpedaling, couldn't be sure if he was inside or outside of his area. Made sure he didn't put his hands in it. Big challenge from Poro. He's feeling the effects of it now. France can play on though. Inside by Theo Hernandez, Mbappe. Tchouameni. As Ireland fans will know, can strike from outside the box. Oh, Laporte, the first one he didn't make contact with. But there was his centre-back partner, Kubarsi, behind him to deal with the danger. 2-8. And again, that pass they've looked for on a few occasions. Had too much weight on it. Sema has taken one to the face.
First time they've come under pressure, really, Spain. They're looking tired.
There, Hernandez, the ball looked there to challenge for, but was it legitimate? Was it a little non-military here?
I think he gets there first. And I don't see a kick in the face.
Yeah, perfectly entitled to go for that, Hernandez. Simon, not surprisingly, has recovered.
Did you give a goal kick?
Yep, just looking down below the Spain bench, almost to a man up in the technical area. Nico Williams, 4 appearances off the bench, talking about 75 minutes. Only 14 appearances from the turn of the year.
Bro, every time.
To injury, he's coming on.
Come on.
Cherky survives against Pedri and scurries forward. Pedri and scurries forward. Well, he can be the X-Factor player, but if his teammates aren't on the same wavelength, it ends up looking like that. A tournament where they've been so together, beaming smiles we've seen all through, even when Paraguay were kicking lumps out of them.
This is not nice.
Not a good look, that.
We complained about Paraguay, that's a bit like a Paraguayan in that one.
And when you see something like that happen, if you're a Spanish player down there, you know.
Oh yeah, you definitely know. They're losing it.
Well, not the way TD Deschamps was envisioning, bowing out after his 14-year reign at the helm. Suggestion is Zidane will be the man to come in. He will inherit a squad chock full of talent. And sadly for French supporters, a side that has not delivered today. The loss of Saliba would have been unsettling. But there have been many issues beyond that for France. Upamecano, Pedri, still a chance to make it, and a second chance of Nico Williams. Would have been in but for the acrobatics of Borelli and Tchouameni. Koundé, Dembele early for Turkey. He's not going. Trying to find a gap, there wasn't much of one there. Dembele keeps the attack alive, Doué. Fernandez around his outside. And this right on the edge. Foul again by Yamal.
Pretty easy foul, wasn't it? He's got nowhere to go. No need for that.
Quickest of feet from Desiree Doué. Mbappe has placed this with intent. 88 minutes almost on the clock, so 2+. And we've seen those pluses go up to maybe 6-7 minutes in a situation like this one. Still time, but they need this. Mbappe! And Simon waves it over.
It's probably the worst free kick he's taken at this World Cup. Time when his team need it. Needs to hit the target, doesn't get it anywhere close.
You wonder what the reaction will be to this, because they have been the side to watch in this World Cup to this point, France. Spain have had their number. They're now on the chase here, Lacroix. Couldn't afford to jump in. Yamal again. And Theo Hernandez will shove him off the ball.
Está frío.
This is Kukurea getting body behind the ball. That's why they've hardly conceded goals.
No, papito.
Calvin.
Que tengan buena noche.
And for Xavi and Casillas and Ramos and Puyol, the stars of 2010, they see the current generation on the cusp of moving to within 90 minutes of Spain adding to that World Cup victory.
That is not how this. I'm upstairs now. Get on control of the situation.
I am in control.
You are not in control.
You want a bed?
So you can let me talk to the rest of the people.
European champions, can they have the World Cup? A performance of real confidence today. Never shook at any stage, and that's against what has been, to this point, the best attacking team in the tournament. Ferran Torres, here's Nico Williams and Meccano trying to recover. Nico Williams, can they put the cherry on top here? They'll have to try and go for goal from the tightest of angles. And only decide now.
You don't really mind at this stage of the game, do you? Just try and anything, just kill the game completely.
Many commentaries, I'm sure, to be written about France before the Nations League brings everyone out again. Here is Dembele taking back. It's Simon. Perfectly placed.
Get over there again in the right place. Dembele, we haven't heard an awful lot of him throughout the game. Probably his only shot on target.
Torres might get to this. And will. Mikel Merino. Torres was concerned, I think, about Koundé. Play goes on, Nico Williams. No need for a Mikel Merino late rescue act today. Rodri and Petri and the LA's ringing around in Dallas again. The question post Cape Verde, when Cape Verde produced a stunning defensive debut performance at the World Cup, was, would this team be clinical enough? Well, they have been when it's counted. And defensively, voracious in their appetite for work and their appetite for another clean sheet. The quicker Correa has popped up and just playing football. Yamal. He's doing a little taste of what went before. Until a plenty of calling now, he knows they're there. Yamal has a little look at the clock. Did this have the hallmark of champions, this performance?
No. You know, I'm just gonna watch it from here. Now, come on. Well,
6 straight. He was in trouble.
it's over for France. Oh man. Well, someone has an Argentina shirt. That's tomorrow, buddy. But I'm glad there's an Argentinian fan.
What should have been, what will not be for them. And there it is.
Spain is going to the finals to face either England or my team, Argentina.
to limit the more than considerable threat of France and that front four. And at the other end, when the moments came, they took them. Oyarzabal's penalty, and an unlikely score maybe, but a top-class finish from Pedro Porro. For Didier Deschamps, no World Cup triumph to sign off with, but it's goodbye to a man who's done so much to lift the nation's footballing standing since all that happened when he was appointed 14 years ago. De La Fuente went behind the ears in comparison, but now he has a chance to add a World Cup to the European title he guided this side to 2 years ago.
If you're going to win the World Cup, your top players have to come
Well,
every game.
hopefully Argentina wins. And hopefully, God, that Argentina can beat Spain.
What you said earlier about building up into competitions, and Spain have really, really done that. When you wanted them, then Kvaratskhelia, Laporte, Cucurella, and Porro, Rodri centre midfield, everybody putting in a big shift. We thought France were the clear-cut favourites, more or less, to win this competition, but Spain have now put themselves right in there.
Well, go back to the Euros, and is it the case with this Spanish side of the bigger the game, the bigger the performance? Back then, they beat the champions Italy, the host Germany.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back for America's Got Talent at 8 p.m. and then NXT at 10. So that's it. I'm done. I'll see you on the next one. See you